Good morning, students. So let's continue with Act 2, Scene 1. We have already completed Act 1. Now, today we'll start with Act 2, Scene 1. I'm sure you all have your books with you. Now, see, understand the Scene 1 takes place in your Venice, and Act 2 takes place in Belmont. Not the whole Act 2, but Act 2, Scene 1. Now see, it says here, I hope you remember that Portia and Nerissa, they were waiting for different suitors to come and try their luck. Now Nerissa was there with Portia. Portia was all very tired and sick of these suitors coming and going again and again. Now, this Act 2 Scene 1 is that scene where finally the first suitor enters in. First, in a sense, means he's the one who will try his luck. So let's see this one. It is Scene 1, Belmont, a room in Portia's house. Flourish of cornets, enter the Prince of Morocco and his train. His train means his attendants. Now, Prince of Morocco, he was from a country that was actually near the equator, and because of that, the color complexion of Prince of Morocco was pretty dark. So maybe Portia she'll say that she doesn't care about his color or complexion. However, she is quite worried and she doesn't want him to choose the right casket. Otherwise, she'll have to marry Prince of Morocco. Now understand. Now Prince of Morocco, he himself is well aware of his dark complexion, right? And the first speech that he talks about is his own complexion, why he is dark in color, what is the reason and everything. Now let's begin. It is page 49. Act 2, Scene 1, Morocco. Mislike me not for my complexion. So Morocco says, please do not hate me because of my color. The shadowed livery of the burnished sun. This is the uniform, or this color is given to me by the burning sun, to whom I am a neighbor and near bred. So I am the neighbor to whom? To the sun. That means his country is near the equator, right? I hope this much is clear. Now line number 4. Bring me the fairest creature northward born. So he says, see, my country is very close to the equator, because of which, the direct sun rays, they touch my country, and because of which I have got this uniform or permanent black color, right? Then he says here, if you want, you can call a person who is born in the north, where Phoebus fire, where the sun rays hardly are able to melt the ice. So he says, if you want to compare the bravery that I have, you can call the person who is born in the north, where the rays of the sun, they hardly reach and hardly melt the ice spikes. And let us make incision for your love. And then you can make a cut in our skin just to test for your love, to prove whose blood is reddest. And by that you can see whose blood is reddest, his or mine. His means the person born in north, or mine. Of course, I hope this much is clear. Now then he says, I tell thee, lady, means I tell you, lady, this aspect of mine. Aspect of mine here means this appearance of mine had feared the valiant, has actually scared the most brave person on earth. By my love I swear. So he says, and I swear by my love for you, the best regarded virgin, means the best regarded unmarried girl of our clime, of our country, have loved my color too. Even the girls in my country, they have loved the appearance or the color of my skin. I would not change this hue. So he says, I'm not ready to change this color, except to steal your thoughts, my gentle queen. The best that I can do is to win your affections, my lady. Now, in my own words, I've given you the explanation of each line. Now, in my own words, Morocco is telling Portia that, see, I do not want you to hate me because of the color that I have, dark skin. It is all because my country is near the equator and I am the neighbor of the burning sun. Then he says here that if you want to test who is brave, you can get a person who is born in the north where sun rays they can hardly reach and melt the ice. You can get the person born in the north, bring him here, and you can cut our skin to check whose blood is more red. And of course, you'll find that mine is the reddest. That means I'm more brave. Now, according to that time period, it was believed that a person is brave according to the color of his blood. So the more red it is, the more brave the person is. So he's trying to tell Portia that, see, I am very brave. Even the best regarded girls, the most beautiful girls of my country, they love my color complexion, right? And then he says here that I'm not ready to change my color for anyone. And for you, Portia, if you want, I'm here only to win your love, affection. That's it. I hope the speech is clear. Let's move to the next one, Portia. In terms of choice, I'm not solely led by nice direction of a maiden's eyes. So Portia says here, when it comes for the choice thing, I'm not solely led by nice directions of a man. Means I do not get impressed by the appearance of a man. I'm not that kind of a girl who gets up, attracted by the appearance of a man. However, I am bound by my father's will. So I just cannot choose a person whom I like or the person whom I dislike. I cannot refuse to marry that person. Then she says here, besides the lottery of my destination bars me the right of contrary choosing. Means the destiny, I am bound by my father's will, and because of that, bars me means it actually forbids me to make any voluntary choosing. I just cannot go and say, okay, I like this person, I'll marry this person. No, I cannot do that. But if my father had not scanted and hedged me by his wit, she says here, but in case if my father had not made such a will or such a bond for me where I'm not allowed to choose a husband, then of course you had the right to stand between the suitors from whom I'll be choosing the right person. You do have the chance to be one of them, right? So that's what she says here, that if he had not scanted me or hedged me by his wit, by his intelligence, to yield myself his wife who wins me by that means I told you. So she says here, yourself, renowned prince, there stood as fair as any comer I have looked on, yet for my affection. So here she says that, and then of course, renowned prince, you do have the right to be one of my suitors. The rest will continue in the next video. Thank you.